We're a live party.
Hey y'all, it's Hawa. Raw allows me to admit that I don't know and gives me an opportunity to learn.
Hey y'all, this is Vanessa, and Raw allows me to be authentically myself while bringing you some cheese and some tea and a little bit of fun.
Hey guys, it's Katie, aka Karina. Raw is authentic conversation and it allows me to be right and wrong at the same time.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. Raw Conversations allows me to be aware, to be transparent, and of course, to grow.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Happy Friday.
Hey y'all, we back.
Happy Friday, guys.
It's Friday, we're an hour late.
Is working.
Wait, everybody internet working? Y'all know we had some technical difficulties. We apologize. We just want to make sure everybody internet. Jennifer, are you there?
I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can. Karina, Katie, you there?
I'm here, live in action.
Venus.
We don't have no problems in Iowa. It's not raining here.
Oh God. You know
Here
what? I
we
think
go.
it's the rain on our end. We'll blend the rain.
So are they still protesting in that Iowa state?
I know, sir.
Protesting for our sister?
Oh, good sis.
I think they are. I only go in Urbandale to drop my daughter to her job at McDonald's and go.
What's her name again? Jennifer? The girl's name Jennifer?
Jessica.
My Jennifer.
So hi everybody, it's Friday. We're back. So we learned that they've been protesting, and that's a great thing. We want that to happen because our good brother Steve was with us last week, and he said that unfortunately this story is just gonna get washed under the rug and nothing's gonna come out of it because of the fact that it's politics related in a sense. So our hope is that it doesn't get swept under the rug. That somebody
is politics related.
So oh yes. Apparently, the mom is a physician, and the man is a white man, and something about being bribed or being paid, and it's a whole thing going on with a politician who pretty much went and talked to the parents or the family because the lady said that they will try to say this is politics related. The woman mentioned something about the CDC. They will try to blame it on somebody in that category. So everybody concluded that the woman is a physician. So they had one of their candidates reach out to the lady, and he's the one who's overseeing the case. Something along this line.
To make the seditions look good?
Yes, or they won't put charges on a white man because he's a white man, and they will send him back to his country and nothing will happen and all these things. But yeah, that's what Steve believed. I'm just summarizing it.
Child, I don't know. That man actually tried to kill that girl.
That's what I said. But that's the reality. But they're saying that nothing's gonna come out of it. They're gonna pay the family.
Yeah, they will, but
and that's all.
I'm glad that social media does exist.
But most importantly, I'm glad that you have other people, other nationalities that are actually involved in it,
which is good because if he would have done it here, he would have been punished. So he needs to be punished there too.
I said the same thing. I said, what is attempted murder?
Yes.
He plotted it. He planned for it. He drove the girl all around trying to find a secluded area. He was ready to kill her. He went to a cemetery with her. He did all of these things in preparation to quote unquote kill her, which I don't understand because you already gave her a pill to make her have an abortion. They already supposedly did the traditional wedding. She's like, y'all did all these things, so why try to kill her now?
He had to
Right.
finish the job.
What? So that was his motive the whole time: get married, get her pregnant, take the like, make sure she
It
have an abortion,
wasn't.
then
It
kill her.
wasn't. It wasn't. That was just a cleanup plan.
A cleanup.
Hmm
Okay, I'm really
Well,
confused why he tried to kill her, and I'm sure that's
Yeah.
what people will question because it's like he went to her parents, they did the traditional wedding, they
well,
did everything.
that's how the mind works. How
I don't know.
you
It's a
got
little
it.
scary.
So he pretty much got in trouble and panicked and thought to himself, this would be an easy outlet. We've
Yeah.
seen it happen, and not in the extremity of trying to kill someone, but we've been in places in situations where we did something bad.
Hmm.
Now we try to fix it,
Yeah.
and his idea of fixing it was, let me just get rid of her. This goes silent. That's
Um,
it. The Lord will forgive me because the Lord is forgiven.
really?
I'm trying to figure out,
No,
like,
Karina.
I don't think so.
I
I
said his
think
thought process.
no, but okay. My issue is if supposedly went to the hospital and she was bleeding, he give her. So if the baby is this problem and the baby is slowly coming out, what is the purpose of
I
killing
don't think
her?
it's so much so about the baby at that point. Is the as is everything else that he had done. He wasn't supposed to get married, and he did. Now it's not just getting rid of a baby because he knows that she might tell somebody, and then next thing you know, this is
His life
out
would
there.
be trying on it.
His
Yeah.
reputation. Remember, he's a pastor of the church, so his reputation.
But Karina, why go get married, do traditional wedding, and take pictures and all of those things? He did all those
He
things
had to put,
openly.
yeah, not openly, Hawa. We only
Open
found
up
out
to his
about this.
family.
We only found out about this because this situation happened. We never knew he got married. Neither did his wife. Neither did the church.
Hmm.
He didn't want to.
Yeah.
What
So it's
Sandy said?
all.
Sandy said he didn't want the story to come out. Well, nowadays with technology, if you don't want that story to come out, you better not involve anybody else but you and that person, and you'll have to have an understanding. But you clearly brought her whole family in it. Your
But
side,
it wasn't gonna come out if
It
he didn't
wasn't
cut
gonna
her
come
neck.
out,
It wasn't gonna
Hawa.
come out if he didn't cut her neck.
Yeah, we know. You know that.
it's a shame, but I'm
We
glad,
would
like
have
we
told
said,
them, let's keep this
So
between us for now. And
that's what you're trying to say by is it the fact that maybe her family are not popular on social media or don't care? Or you think it was a secret that if the whole kola ceremony was not
I don't
posted?
think it was a secret.
Yeah,
I don't. I
Because
don't think it was
remember
a
what the
secret.
mom said. The mom said
I don't
the
think they
wife
were
was
on
okay
social
with
media.
it. The
I
mom
don't think
said
her
he said.
mom and stuff were on social
he
media. That's what I'm
said,
saying.
he said
He said.
his wife was okay with you. Do
And they
you
went
know?
ahead and took pictures enough for somebody who really
Yes,
trying to
they
keep it
took
secret.
pictures. But remember, this is a pastor. If I post a picture of me standing with a group of people, I can say I'm praying for these people.
True.
but
So how would you know?
he was mashing with a cat.
Yes, they gave me a shirt because Liberian people, when they want to gift you something, they always give you clothing.
Hmm.
So that
You
would be
know
his
that.
excuse.
Which
I,
ain't no
I'm
lie.
just I for
You
me,
know,
I
that's true.
I can't even well, you never the mind of him gonna be hearts. Let's just leave it as that.
We watch
Yes,
Criminal.
I
Criminal.
didn't you think the wife was actually there with him? Like, do y'all believe that at first, when the story first broke out and they showed the engagement picture, did y'all think that he actually took on a second wife, or y'all knew that the wife had came back? Because I didn't know that the wife wasn't there the second time around.
That
The
man is
wife was not there. The
capable.
wife was back home.
That man is capable of anything at that point.
Wait,
Nothing,
as
nothing
far as his wife,
surprised me.
I think he lied to his wife. I don't think she knew anything about it.
Yeah,
She
Yeah.
didn't
yeah.
know,
But
neither did the
from the
church.
onset, I thought that she
She was a part of it.
No, she didn't know, neither did the church.
no,
And
she
that's
didn't
why the church
know.
supported him in the beginning. Remember that. The church put out a statement that he was robbed. And then after they came out with all the other evidence, the church disassociated themselves with him because they don't want to be associated with somebody who's trying to kill someone.
So now for
Oh,
the people that are protesting in front of the church, what the church has already disassociated themselves, right? What is the expecting
they need to do more
as such as?
because I feel like when you disassociate yourself from something, you want nothing to do with it. But this sent him on a mission to Liberia, so they're responsible for him while he's there. So now this come out and say, "Oh, we're gonna wash our hands out of him." No, what else are you doing? Bring more attention to it. Require the government to do more do more in the investigation. That this case will not be swept under the rug like everybody's saying. Like it's a shame because Korean people are just saying that nothing will come out of it. So if the church now is saying they don't want no part of it, like they sent him there. So I
So
think
they're
this
allowing the law, they're allowing the
war
law
law.
to deal with it, the Liberian law.
Oh wait a minute.
Oh no, it's
The same
local.
law that you was standing up for last week. Then you said what law?
No, because they're saying that the law in Liberia will not do anything for him. So I
That
feel
I
like
believe
if the
they
church
will.
here,
I
I believe
believe they will.
I don't believe that I'm hoping that they
Thank you.
will.
I'm hoping it's not no
No,
belief.
because we've had a lot of women take like position in those areas. And I feel like they're going to fight for this. I've seen it where people like they've done something to girls and it's gotten out, and those people got the punishment. So
Karina, I'm hoping Steve is wrong and everybody else, because everybody else that night was focused on, yeah, Steve, you're right. Nothing's gonna come out of it. You're right. That's Liberia. They're gonna pay them 2 bags of rice, or they're gonna do something with money, and they're gonna be like, all right, let that man go back to America and leave it alone. But I don't think that's what it should be in this case. He tried to kill somebody. There evidence. Oh my God, witnesses. So what now?
nah, he ain't jail. He gotta go to the
He's supposed to be in
process.
jail.
South- He's in South Beach.
South Beach.
He's in
Okay,
jail.
okay. You better
What
question
treatment
it.
is he getting in jail is another conversation, though.
He's in Miami.
You better
Um,
question it though.
but we're just glad that they're still protesting. I feel like the more the protest here, the more pressure will put on us in Liberia that we don't let this one go
Uh,
through.
if you in
And
South
even
Beach,
with that
man,
being said, too, the fact that these people are putting it on TikTok, they're putting it on other social media networks, it brings more attention to it too. So hopefully, all the attention is getting will result into it getting. uh, Yeah. Hi, Moses. Moses is supposed to be with us today. We're having the topic. You're supposed to join us. What happened?
he's sleeping, ma. Listen to me. You need to get on here, okay?
Yeah, we're finally gonna hopefully have this topic, but we're just talking about our school sis Jessica that her case will be heard,
Yo,
and not
what?
just her, things
You
will
say
be
your school
done.
sis?
Our
Hmm?
gooses,
Oh.
man, like you're too young. In school, sure, not even in school, yeah.
What thing will ruin him, Sandy? Did you ever hear about the girl that opened that school? What is school called?
Oh, Moses mentioned it. Nobody sent
Oh,
Moses the link. He said,
that's can you please send Moses the link?
Your link boss.
What's the school that the girl opened in Liberia? Um, and had all those girls molested over
not
her.
that Sandy. Wait,
No, under her leadership.
I know what
And
you're talking about.
yes, and at the end of the day, she lost everything, came back, and she's still living her life. So nothing. If he's let go from jail, he's gonna come back here. He's gonna find another congregation, and his life will move on.
Mm. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yes, more than me, more than me. Thank you, Moses. More than me. That's what it
Let's
was
hope.
about.
Let's hope this is different.
So is his reputation. How many people know Liberia that much?
Sunny, Simmons, welcome to the show.
Yeah,
He's
I
watching
can't.
from.
Yeah, I can't have faith in a country that not even sure whether you're even getting rid of that president y'all got right now.
Well,
Yeah,
why would
and
get
that
rid of the
goes to
president?
other news,
If
right?
the people when they start voting for Guru Dana, what made you people get rid of?
Thank you, like I said. So how can I have faith?
So in other news, I heard today that the seditions went to Lofa. I don't know how true this is. They went to Lofa and They were trying to gain the people's votes, and not everybody was rocking with them. So there were people there that were from the Unity Party, and they got into a little thing where now there's 4 people dead. So we don't know, but they're saying that the seditions were hitting
Aggressive.
at people. Yeah, being very extremely aggressive. That when people said they weren't rocking with them, they took it upon themselves to want to hurt these people. So, guys, yeah, of
Is
course,
this
there
what
will
it's coming down to now? It's one thing y'all took a coffee and walk around with it, right? But it's another thing to actually start acting upon what you did.
to be specific. I think 4 years this incident occurred. Is what they're saying. So we don't know the entirety of the story, but based off of what has happened in the past, I definitely believe it, because elections are, guys, just about 5 weeks away. Not even 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah,
October 13th is election day.
yeah. So
About
it's
2 weeks.
less than 5 weeks away. So my
Yeah,
thing is this what we're coming down to now? To violence. When
yeah.
would it stop? What is it coming? What are we doing? When was this stop? And
October 10th. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you.
yesterday somebody was saying no, not even yesterday, the other day, they were like, everything in Liberia is politics related. Not just every decision is that we can't continue to live like this. Like, violent? Really?
Mm.
Where's that going to take us?
Yeah. And so, guys, and also I saw Bucky Roy, who's been popping up a lot on my timeline. He's been going from school to school. Now I've seen him in a picture with George Weah, so I don't know if he's I'm pretty sure he's joined the sedition team, but he's been going from school to school doing drug abuse awareness with the kids, and then also
That's
doing
good.
awareness for having a positive election. So again, I don't know if he's getting paid to do this to make the seditions look good. But if not, I think that definitely going around doing drug awareness is it's a good thing. So thank you. Shout out to you for doing that.
And Ciara wants to know if you actually saw the video. Ciara, this is my first time in hearing. Well, I really haven't been on social media the last few days. I think I posted on Monday and that was it. But I didn't see the video, so I don't even know the footage that she's talking about. But again, it's just unfortunate that this happened in
Someone said it's been
my
floating.
hometown.
They said it's been floating around on social media. I haven't gotten the actual footage. That's what I'm saying. I don't know exactly, but they're saying that there was an incident. So, but I have not seen any videos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shine a light on it and tell us a little bit more about it, Ciara, if you're seeing it, because, like I said, it's unfortunate that we have to even have this discussion right now before the elections are here. We thought that our country have learned many lessons as far as everything we've been through, and that we will. Yeah, it's very sad. She said, "I thought that we've learned many lessons, and violence will not be our portion anymore, especially in these times. A good and fair election is what we need in our country. The people are already suffering; they don't need to suffer anymore. Unfortunately, like I said all the time, if whoever wins, but come on, the people got to live their lives.
Yeah.
And
Now remember what they did to Talia Ure when she was running for representative. That was just ignorant.
mhm.
They used like heavy violence against that girl.
Yeah, so let's hope it don't get there. And if it's already happened, like Seattle said, that's a sad video to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I'm able to watch such a thing now, but I just hope that justice is served for them, and that whoever is responsible be held accountable, especially if it's politics related and they're only doing it because people won't vote for them. Really? Do you know how many people they have rights? Y'all give the people the choice in Liberia to vote for whoever party they want to vote for. So leave it as that. Stop enforcing the politics on people. Like, you have to vote for this person, and now if you're not voting for that person, they're bribing you with rice, like food, like they're doing all these other things to get people to really vote for them. Like, really, I
Mm-hmm.
get it. Every election, every politician, they promise all these things that they don't come through with. They make all these by force promises. I get it. But what we're doing now is including violence into it. Like, come on, really?
Mhm.
Our
And
country don't need this.
they're trying to intimidate, pretty much intimidate voters, and
Yeah.
like when people they've come out of war, so they don't imagine themselves going into it. So the slightest threat, I feel like, will put them in a space where, oh, let's just vote for them, man, yeah, before they can start some kind of war and stuff like that, which is sad or whatnot.
Welcome, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, folks. How are you?
We welcome you to the platform as always. Our wait, backing. Our brother is back.
No,
Mm.
I'm not your brother. Don't bring noise here. I beg you. Yeah.
Nobody's
Our
stupid
brother
yet.
is
Yeah,
back.
don't start the
Steve,
show with noise.
Steve,
Don't-
nobody's stupid yet. All we gotta tell you.
Exactly.
Welcome, our brother. We here for you. Let's start the show for our brother. Our brother can't stay long.
Uh-huh.
Well, you
So
already know.
Right.
he got prior engagements
So
always.
please get on what topic before you disappear.
So let's
Yeah,
get
but
to our
I
topic.
like to chime into the politics and whatever you
Of
guys.
course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because I think first of all, because I've listened to both sides, both the Unity Party and the CDC, who are involved with this thing here, and it seems to be no one's taking responsibility. Everybody is shifting the blame. CDC said that Unity Party said that CDC. So here's my honest recommendation: the Liberal people shouldn't vote for either one of them. Let them go sit down. Because if you're coming with that drama and that noise, that means if one person wins, the other person might not be satisfied. So to
Yep.
cut this thing short, to cut to the chase, you're go sit down somewhere. Other people then who not making noise, let them vote them because maybe they're more serious. They're serious and they focus on the issue. You're focused on violence. That's just my honest recommendation.
Now, Steve, is
That's
that
that's
realistic?
very, very
That's 100% realistic. Because if you are the problem here, if you are the confucianist here, if you are the drama person here, what do you expect them to do? Because these two people, nobody taking responsibility. The other CDC said, no, that United Party post started. Hey, United Party, mind you, it's reported. Well, we do have two people confirmed, but it's reported even by Front Page Africa that there are 4 people,
Dead, yeah.
and this makes no sense.
4 people
Over some
dead,
kind
yeah.
of nonsensical issue, people should lose their lives. So since they're bouncing around and throwing blames here and there, let them go sit down. The Labrador shouldn't even vote for them.
they
Because-
will vote for them.
Well, but the thing is, they're trying to prove their innocence. And for me, in the past, I've seen seditions be violent, right? They've sent out violent messages. Why would you go around with a coffin saying that that's Joseph Boaca? So even with that being said, right, they're showing violent traits. So if Unity Party came up and said, this is not us, I feel like, me personally, Karina speaking, would be like, I feel like seditions were trying to intimidate those people, and
Yes.
they were trying to stand up for themselves.
Yes.
And because of that, now 4 people are dead.
Okay, so then I agree with your point, Karina. That's a brilliant point. But on the contrary, you have the Unity Party, you have the standard brother of the Unity Party, who makes similar statement that Donald Trump made on January 6th before the people marched on the Capitol. Who does that? A person that is clean, people supposed to listen. I don't want to make this show political because
Well, I'm sorry. Go back. What did he say?
I want to stay away from the politics on this show, to be quite
Go
honest.
back. What did he say? What did he say?
He said that if quote unquote there is any rigging of the election, we have no country called Liberia, and it's a threat to the entire nation.
That's
but
a
not only
threat.
that, only that, Prince Johnson, who is in bed with the Unity Party, who supports the Unity Party, who provided the vice president for the Unity Party or the vice standard brother for the Unity Party, also threatened the country a week ago of war. And Prince Johnson is a warlord. Again, I don't want to make this show political because there are people who watch this show that are political. So I'm afraid to go a little deeper into it before people start getting their feelings.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying, but are we also willing to sit here and let the elections be rigged?
No, we're not.
I'm pretty sure Joseph Baca is not going to get up and say, let's wage war. But again, the Liberian people are sick, right? So I don't think that they're just going to sit and be like, we're just going to let them rig the elections and be okay with it. So maybe their delivery might be wrong, but they just are not going to sit here and let them take advantage of them.
Good. And I'm also pretty sure that Donald Trump did not mean for anybody to go walk on the Capitol to kill somebody in the Capitol Hall.
No, he knew that was going to happen.
No, I'm saying let's keep it hypothetical as she's keeping it, because I'm also pretty sure that Donald Trump did not mean it that way, but yet he meant that if they don't do something, he said if they don't do something, they will have no country. So guess what? People who are fanatics, who are enthusiastic, people who feel that they got to pay some kind of loyalty or some kind of commitment, they got nothing going on. And mind you, majority of these people, some of them are on drugs. Some of the young people, they apparently don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah.
For the most part, they get high, they're incoherent, they don't follow directions or whatever it is. They act, and it causes someone's life. So, I mean, as a responsible politician, as people who are political leaders, you stay away from this rhetoric.
Stay away from them.
You never know who will take it wrong with it. I'm just saying.
You're absolutely right.
You're right, Steve.
You're right. But we've always had an issue with how Liberians deliver their message, anyways. So we'll see what happens.
But it could be based on those messages that's been delivered already. Is why now this is happening. Think about it. The message of the coffin, the message of this. I'm just saying from both parties, because I'm going to speak like the message of the coffin that was wrong. Now they're threatening violence to the entire country. Like, it's just like, this is not going to help the situation. Let's focus on politics. Let's focus on who's winning. Let's focus on how we can better the country. Let's focus on our education system. There are so many things that you can be focused on. I know they're making these promises than what is being said right now. Why say such a thing? Karina, every country, every time there's an election, there's some kind of question about the honesty, or if it was rigged or not. There's always a question. Why do you think that there are all these recount in these different states?
Well, Liberia doesn't have that.
I'm just saying to you, like, there's always these questions about the elections and the voting and the numbers. There's always that conversation. What do you hear anyone threaten the entire world, that the entire country during these times? Like, somebody threatened, just like how to carry the coffin around. He threatened the whole country that something would happen. Like, both sides, they're not really like, there's violence on both sides. That's what I'm trying to say. So, and I can get why they will not be trying to take responsibility at this time, right? Because 4 people are dead. Nobody wants to be associated with that now.
Exactly.
Even though they let us there, pretty much they're the reason why. But now they don't want to be associated with it. So, Steve, as drastic as what you're saying sounds, honestly, it's not going to happen. They're going to vote. But it's like, who's going to make that decision to say, oh, I'm not going to vote because y'all full of violence. Y'all don't want the best for the country. They're not going to do that, Steve. They're going to vote for people, and they're going to just. I'm sorry, what did she say?
I would hate for us to feel like people that were trying to probably protect themselves look like they were being violent. But the interpretations can be different. I don't know. I think those people were protecting themselves. They were not protecting per se, but they were standing up for themselves. And unfortunately, in the midst of it, 4 people died. But hopefully we pray for the best. I can see, people say they can't tell who they're voting for, but I can see
your profile pics.
2 people here and where that direction is.
Right. Somebody coming at you real hard until they cut it in their hair off.
Who's that?
Oh, it's John.
Well, again,
you know what? I don't think we're not worried about Joseph Barkis' his statement. We're just worried about what's happening based on the actions of both parties, what they've done and what they've led to. And I believe that both of them doing what it did, saying what it said, have led to violence now in this situation where now 4 people are dead or whatever.
Again,
that's where we are.
Quite honestly speaking, people can spin it, run it around however they want to run it around. My recommendation to resolve the problem: anything concerning Joseph Boakai Unity Party, don't vote for it. Anything concerning CDC and Georgia, don't vote for it. Keep it moving. The country got to move. The country got to go on. Why you think up until today in America, President Donald Trump is being held, not only his one, he and other people, they're being held accountable for what they've done. Just recently before I came on the show, in Atlanta, Georgia, where President Donald Trump was recently, he pleaded guilty. As a matter of fact, he had a mug shot, I think, on the same show, and I'm not sure that here where I went, we kind of joke about it, laughing or whatever. He had a mug shot and he's selling, mugs on them and other things. Where he put out a bond to get out of jail. Look, couple of the people that work with him, Jane Morris and so forth, they flipped. They are corroborating and testifying against him.
Of
The
course.
reason for that is when you are a leader, it is critically important that you are careful with the words that you utter. You can't just say anything.
I agree.
What Jesus Parker said, I would encourage him to retract that statement, apologize to the Labrampo and move on. That word was insensitive. It was not timely. It was never strategic. You don't talk that way. All of this thing can be put to his feet. The blame. Yesterday, the U.S. State Department, in fact, the Secretary of State, Blinken, sent out a statement to Liberia concerning the same thing. Can you imagine? Just this same thing. Anybody, any institution.
Yeah.
That means that will restrict them visa from this country. They will restrict their family members that are associated with them. Can you imagine? Let's take for example, Karina. You get a lady in Liberia. You won't send for a lady, right?
What?
Yeah, but then they finally they see a picture they jumping around bouncing. They say I won't come. Then they black a lady will come. Then you got to hustle on the side to get something, right?
Yeah. But
Wait, wait for my name for.
No, sorry, I take it back.
I enjoy your corny.
Oh God. Oh Lord. I feel you. But the options are low among few around here. So
Don't even get us started with the options. Oh
Right.
God.
All right. Got rich man finish pointing for the pull back there. Just leave it.
Nobody coming. Nobody going.
not the fixers. I don't see what they're fixing.
I don't understand. Are you guys sharing the show? People in the audience? Yeah, please share the show.
Steve, they're coming for you, brother.
No, you see that the same fan thing we talk about, right?
Yay.
There's some people, yeah, I'm being honest. Even in America, they got some. So you say something, they get on the edge. They act
You
up.
know they got it. The internet gangsters.
Yeah. I mean, we can agree to disagree,
Yeah.
Yes. So we gonna leave
Yeah.
the politics in the corner and get to our main topic.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. Y'all don't leave though, because if y'all can't have a politics, we can touch it a little bit, but
Then we leave it.
come back.
We move.
We move. But before we jump into the topic, y'all please share the show. Look at Lofa. Is that y'all know that person? Lofa Julius? Y'all know that person?
We think we know him.
Maybe.
We're not sure.
hello, my brother. That's my brother.
Where's your brother at?
My brother there.
Leave your brother business.
Wait, my brother can just kind of say, I told y'all to share the show. And that's on period. Go ahead, bro. Tell him.
He said what he said with his chest.
With his chest.
So we're going to be diving into DNA. What is it? DNA over preference?
Preference over DNA.
Preference over DNA.
Preference over DNA. So the conversation, if you know somebody that needs to be a part of the conversation, please tag them. Okay, we're diving into DNA. I don't know how many of you guys took notice of what happened with gospel singer Kirk. I always want to say Kirk Franklin. So basically Kirk Franklin he did a little series. Can you guys hear me good?
Yes.
Okay, so he had a thing on YouTube. I don't know if Vanessa was able to get the clip. But long story short,
I have it. If
You
you
have it?
want me to play it.
if you can play it for us quickly, that way we can be able to know what we're talking here.
All right. Let me go to.
So just so the people don't leave, Kurt is 53 years old and he just finding out who his biological father is. And then recently, the black lady from Scandal, Kerry Washington, also came out to find out that I think Kerry is in her 50s, that she found out that her father was who she thought was her biological father, turns out not being her dad. So we're talking about DNA today because, like Steve said, nobody's stupid yet.
You know what?
Riley, you're not rude to us. So we're having a discussion. Everybody have their opinion about it. That's what this platform is about. So now we're gonna get into our topics of DNA because some people don't know their mom or pa, their parent ain't been lying to them. So we need to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you 50 years old, you just find out that your pa, you've been knowing that your pa, and now your pa no more. It's a problem.
Can y'all see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let me try to adjust it small. Well,
But nothing could prepare me
I guess we-
for what God had in store for me in 2023.
Saved message. If you would like to talk to me about the rumor that is floating around out there, call back. Just remember, as I told you once, I will not lie to you about anything. End of message. Delete. Resave.
Mr. Rick, on his own, he gets a DNA test, swabs himself, gives those swabs to my good childhood friend Melody, and says, hey, everybody's running their mouth. If Kirk wants to know if there's any truth to this or any possibility, he can take these swabs and do whatever he wants to do because Mr. Rick doesn't know. He's just responding to the rumors.
And we probable paternity, 99.99999%.
Percent what?
Yes, he's your father. Right there.
I'm going to text you.
Enter.
I'm Rick. Hey, my name's Kirk. You know, I see.
Jeff, you can't say nothing serious.
Hey, didn't know.
I didn't, man. And had I known, you would have known. And I would have been a...
You didn't know. You didn't know. All right. Oh, yeah. She said, this boy's the daddy. He wasn't there. This other one is the daddy. He didn't know. But the baby.
Fraternity?
Yes, ma'am.
100%? How's that possible? It's not, baby. I can swear on my dead mother's grave, Rick Hubbard is not your father. I don't know what happened, how this paternity test came back 99.95%. But I really would like to get to the bottom of it. This I cannot accept because this is not true. And I apologize from the bottom of my heart on this.
Two tests that I put in front of you. I need to hear you. I need to hear you clearly. The little Kirk, the little boy Kirk needs to hear you. Are you saying that you reject the results of these two tests? That's what I need to hear.
Yes. My denial, is that going to put a wedge between you and I?
Yes.
That Oma made me first.
She's sticking
So
to her
there-
story. That's
so
a
there it is.
typical, I'm going to stick to my story.
Honey Barbie, absolutely. The mom said after doing 2 DNA tests, she said she don't know. That's not his father.
I mean, it was the devil. Sometimes the devil shifts the results.
Wait, what happened, Karina?
We're gonna be quality up, man.
Karina, what did you just say? And did you mean that, or are you being sarcastic? Okay.
Seriously. Like, okay, so it was the devil, and the devil changed the results.
Okay. I'm glad you have a smirk on your face as you're saying it, because I know you cannot be serious, because this is typical of people saying that the results are inaccurate. Let's do another one. And let me just say this. I personally know a story before we get any further in this, that the results were changed. No lie. Personally know a story that the father of the child changed the results. But what the father did not realize was that the mother had access to the government website that she can check the result and not waiting for the father to deliver the mail that came. That's what he didn't realize. So there's a possibility that the results can be altered.
It can be tampered with. Yes,
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
but in
That's
this
all I have to say.
situation, the old man sticking to her story,
But
and
I'm
she
sticking to
mean
a
it.
story.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Steve,
Okay.
you're on mute.
I just had to say real quick.
Karina
This
made
is
me
something.
laugh. Sorry, y'all.
This, as serious as that was looking real dramatic, this is something that Tuku would do with her dramatic behind. Be huffing and puffing, girl. You the Mariah pass. So what?
No, I don't know why you think it's funny, but this is serious. This happens in our community a lot.
I don't
And
know what Karina making me laugh because I was
your
just
mom were having a good old time. We don't. You grown. Come
Yeah,
on.
this ruin people's lives.
Yes.
How? In your old age, at your old age, how is that ruining your life?
Karina, you
Did
believe
you
that
watch
somebody?
the full document? The document, like I told you to.
No, if you watch
Okay,
it, you
then
will
please be
really
quiet.
funny.
Yeah,
You
because
watch
even
it.
without watching it, this
Uh-huh.
can ruin people's lives. The
But it
person
did
that you
not.
grew up to with,
Full
the person that you
documentary.
thought was your father your entire life, pretty much, right? You find out it's a lie.
And then what
It
happened?
mentally messes with you. Like, why would you create this, make me believe this? And now this person, I have no, yes, your biological parents don't have to raise you. I get it. But it's a serious matter because now it messes with you mentally. Like, you've told me this lie as my mother my entire life. What else have you really said to me? Like, now I can't even believe anything that you're saying. And she's straight faced with it.
Yeah, because the devil changed the
Tell
result.
Oma said what she said. Steve, go ahead, y'all. Chime in.
Well, I think from a man's perspective, we're laughing, but these are very important things that we need to pay keen attention to because they have the potential to destroy someone's life. They have the
Yes.
potential to
And I
destroy
don't know why
people's relationship. They
I
also
don't
have
know. I can't
the potential
relate. I had a couple of daddies, so
so
sorry.
so so let's
You know
I
what?
think I think the first part of this conversation that strike me is the fact that sometimes when I say these things, people think, the way I say it or the way, and there is no other way I can say. For example, I will say pregnancy is an airborne disease, right? You don't look in the sky and get pregnant. You have to meet with someone, right? And if you have to meet with someone, whether deliberately or not,
Your legs might be in the sky, but you're not coming from the sky.
whether deliberately or not, the truth of the matter here is the issue of DNA itself, the way it's defined, is defined in the context of, this is the constitutional chromosome, and I'm just paraphrasing it, of two individuals. And the fact of the matter is for that chromosome to be formed, they 23 chromosomes from the man, 23 chromosomes from the pa. They come together and make it 46 chromosomes. And these chromosomes are meant to make us who we are. They are able to say, this person are your man or this person are your pa. Now, I hear people will say some days, oh, the DNA results were altered. That's true. The DNA result can be altered. But the DNA result, even if they were altered, when that person was not your pa, not because they were altered, mean the DNA result will say that person was your pa. It doesn't work that way. Now, it can be altered as to not identify that person and throw the whole test off. That's a total different alteration. But the alteration, whether you think they alter it or not, it admits and says that 99% that person is your father or that person is your mother. The truth of the matter is, after watching the documentary and reading a couple of things on Craig Franklin and the whole situation, the mom is in denial. What are personal reasons? Whether she doesn't want to accept this fact. This is just the fact of the matter that is his father. She can go heaven and come back on earth. What is established, such as the DNA process, her father. Why should there be something that? And I see some women, even in our Liberian setting or our African setting, I see some people arguing now. But when you go to the embassy in Liberia before you could come here, and the day your child's DNA test, and the child came here, you reject the result. Oh, it said 99% are your child. On the other hand, some people have also been denied. From Liberia, they lied to them, no, they lied to the woman, all this while that was their child.
Yeah, that's why I was about to dive in next. Yep.
The person they go to the embassy, the DNA results prove the contrary. They say, oh, the people lying. The people lying. No, the people not lying. You are just in denial because you got caught. So I mean, bottom line here is, these are sensitive issues, and some people are saying Kirkland is being dramatic. He could be dramatic, but this issue is very sensitive.
It is.
And I know that from a psychological standpoint, from a mental health standpoint, some people amongst us in our community we work with, we live with, face this problem. The only reason they don't want to talk about it is because they themselves, they are not been able to come to compromise to say, wow, I was playing all these years. So, I mean,
or they are protecting their parents.
Yeah.
Because mind you, most of these parents are telling them, don't go looking for your pa. John Paul is not your father.
Yeah,
I told you, Michael down the street, that man I got money. That your pa. Don't go.
and
So
that's what
why
yes, and that's where the preference come in. We're not. I mean, for us, it's like we're not really sure the reason. Like Steve saying, for Kirk's situation is obviously she's in denial because he didn't do it one time, he did it 2 times, right? But she's still saying it with her chest. She's willing to lose whatever little bit of relationship she had with her son over this thing, to speak with her chest and say that's not your dad, right? So let's bring it home. Let's leave the Kurt Franklin situation now, and let's bring it home to our community, to our people. Remember some of us. I am one of them that came on the resettlement. On my paper, even though I know my father very well, was raised by my dad. We straight up told the people then we don't know big right? So for me, I didn't have to do DNA. We came in as resettlement era, 1998, where there was no DNA involved. However, when the DNA thing came about, we heard many stories. Maybe some of us on this platform maybe have heard or know somebody that had the opportunity to come, and it was the DNA was the reason, after knowing somebody to be a father for so many years. Now, when that DNA step came in, people were denied to come because they weren't the biological parents.
Hey, honey, Bobby, opposite and those kind of girl.
Yeah, I will tell me the same thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, she's speaking the truth because
there.
no, but she's speaking the truth because Karina,
No. Yes,
this is what we're finding out now. This is why this lady is so in denial, because she lived her whole life without people digging deep into it.
What does that have to do with resettlement?
What it did.
Wait, see what happened.
I just had a lie about plenty there, fake DNA test and all. Y'all don't think, wait, at this stage.
Don't be scared because the people know now.
The people know. We're scared for.
That's not surprise. My whole point here is there's so many scenarios. Even if we move immigration access out of it, let's talk about the fact that married woman can't born bastard child. Let's talk about, because we like to point fingers on the woman that didn't have money to say that they picked a man that had money. But there were married women that stepped out on their husbands and had other people's children, but brought them home and gave it to that husband. And you live your life just like that, knowing damn well that's not your father. You're looking at your siblings, y'all don't look nothing alike, but you just accept it. So that's why I said, at least Kirk Franklin now, that bring it home. Y'all have heard it. Some of us know it. And it happens all the time. So that's why we label this DNA preference. You have a preference of who you rather give the kid to versus who the kid.
It shouldn't be an option, Jennifer. It shouldn't be a preference, Jennifer.
But that's what we're saying. That's what it is. That's what people do. They prefer.
Right. And then you're blaming this woman for being in denial. But my thing is, she
not preferring nobody. She just don't want to admit that this guy is the father.
Steve, you're on mute.
I said, what a man to the woman.
Well, I think the issue of denial in itself it can be a personal choice. Sometimes it can be just a response, right? In a moment, right? But here is the truth of the matter. Here is the truth of the matter. And to say this, that Craig Franklin mom even at her age, to deliberately, blatantly still be in denial. This for me has passed denial. Because she's not a small girl to say, oh, that small girl. Let me put it in a elaborate way, right? And that small child to say, oh, that small girl. But the fact that she is insisting up to the point that she wants to challenge DNA, challenge reality, challenge facts.
2 DNA tests. She made a 14-second test.
At this point, in my honest view, it's no longer about DNA. It's no longer about the facts anymore. This is personal.
That's what I said. What if I did that?
Exactly. She probably does not want anything to do with him. Or look, let's be honest. This particular issue of some women thinking that they can choose to say, I won't get a child to the person, I want the person to be the child, or I don't think the person is a child. Let me just put this in the truth. Let me just put it in this way. There's certain things we don't decide in life. You can't decide your mind, your pa. You can't choose. You can't choose your color. You can't choose the country you're born in.
Steve, what if you know, Steve? Let's I feel like there's reasons that's logically that a woman could make a decision like that. For example, I'm with you, you treated me ill, you abused me, you mistreated me, and you're a horrible person. I may not want to give my child to you.
But that,
if I can give it to John, who's a better person, he's financially stable, I'm gonna give it to John.
There was DNA question.
And this is Jennifer. This is the issue. It's not about you making that decision, because the issue about who will be your parent is not your choice. It's not a child's choice. It's not even you, the man or the parent choice to some extent.
But in Liberia, Steve, the choice is given.
No. And that's why we have the opportunity to have some of these realistic conversations where we can inform and educate our people that even if you got problem with that child's father, please allow that father to be father if he wants to be father in your child's life.
It's hard. Well, now you can say that, but back then it was hard.
Exactly. Forget about all that your little disagreement or however that person made you feel. This is not about you. How can you be making a parental decision, especially if that person is not a threat or harm to that child, to say no.
What if they are?
No, but look at this situation too. There's a lot of situations where a lot of women deny men access to their children based on how the man treated you. That man might be a terrible significant other, but can be a wonderful father to that child.
Yeah,
exactly.
But they didn't think about those things.
But they base it on what their interaction, what you did to me, and not considering the type of parent that person will be to that child.
And I think when we get to this point now, and look, part of the things that we even encounter, even in our professional lives, is let me say this. Sometimes we can make this thing easier for ourselves. If that man not want you again, except that he doesn't want you again, he has a new woman, let him play the role. You're not carrying my child, and you're not taking my child, and you listen. Let me tell you something. That 23 chromosomes made that child. I'm not your child. I'm not your property. Cut it out. That your personal for you to say, oh, I had a woman, and the next thing I hear some people say, oh, I gave you boy child. No woman able to give men boy child or girl child. You have to do that.
Stop coming for what we be saying. Stop coming for us, Steve.
I'm just saying. You know why? I got to know because there's some DNA issue. That's why an X chromosome.
I don't care what you say.
People that are able to provide.
I gave him a boy child on his birthday. Period.
You gave no boy child. You start inflicting your egos.
I'm a boy child.
That's true. My son.
Boy child.
That's true. I give my husband his first and only boy child.
Exactly.
I see support throwing that. Hey, I gave a boy child. You truly speaking, you don't know what you are talking. Let me put it
out. Yes, somebody said I believe for you and all.
You know what's going on. But I mean, this is a sensitive conversation, and the issue of DNA, we shouldn't be rejected. I've seen men who go on child support. They reject the DNA test and say the people could not for the baby mama. That person's delusional. You know what I mean? What does the state stand to benefit when you're right there to take your sample or whatever not to come and connive or go to the house and this is a vice versa thing. It's just that people handle it different way. Some men don't want to pay child support because they don't want to be responsible. They say, oh, the poor way connive, and you know that guy when she lied to the people on me, and they say, my friend, let me tell you something. These things are serious things. Yes. And some people say, oh, the child not even look like me. The issue of the child not looking like you has nothing to do with DNA. That's the difference.
Every child is not going to look like you.
So the genotype and the phenotype in science tells us that how the person will look and they want that one. The issue of heredity also tells us what kind of behavior they will take from you. That child does not look like you, but the child can lie just like you.
Oh God, not a lie.
I'm just saying.
Lie. But I lie.
Oh, Jennifer saying if you listen to funny music. Okay.
No, don't see that true. It's
Tuku wants to call in. I'm about to call.
No, go in, man. So I can
yeah,
find
let's
an
call
answer.
it.
Go ahead, Tuku, talk.
I'm confused about the whole DNA thing. That what her name? Karina is not in action today.
Oh, I am in action. Come and talk. Let's go talk.
Okay, go ahead, Tuku. Say what you gotta say so she can get in action because you're ready to argue with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, now get in action. First of all, I was actually laughing with Honey Barbie because of Kirk's reaction, and I said that's something like I would do because I'm just dramatic like that. But when it comes to the issue of him having feelings about the situation, him being hurt or having any type of reaction, he is right to feel that way, even if you're old.
Yeah.
Right? Even if it doesn't matter the age that you are, the moment that you find out that the person that you thought was your parent is now not your parent, and all these years you believe that makes you feel some type of way. It brings all types of emotions. So for Karina to say, "Oh yeah, you old now," so what? How does that alter your life? It can be damaging, as Steve said. It can be damaging.
Can we explain these damages?
Karina, let our caller speak first before you come there.
So you cannot say, and you made the statement also that, oh yeah, I've had plenty daddies along your lifetime. You cannot say whether you knew your dad or not. You cannot say that throughout your lifetime it didn't make you feel some type of way. Then that means you're not human and you don't have feelings.
No, it did not. No, sorry.
So that means that you don't have you're.
That means you're not human. If you don't have feelings.
I'm sorry. Like the way that people make this as if
that's true, but okay, because any person that knows themselves or has feelings, whether your father is right around the corner and you know he's right around the corner and he's having a whole another family or whatever, and you're on the other side, it makes you feel some type of way. When you don't know who your father is, it makes you feel some type of way. When someone you believe is your father for so many years, and you find out that they're not your father, it makes you feel some type of way.
But the person took care of you is where I'm coming from. They took care of you. So for all that other extra stuff, I just think it's unnecessary.
It doesn't matter if they took care of you. It doesn't matter if they took care of you. They raised you and everything, but a part of you, even if they brought you up to whatever the age is, a part of you is like, well, dang.
It's giving ungrateful.
Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. I'm catching where you're coming from now, Karina. You're saying, but that only applies if there was another man.
If there was another man in Kirk's situation, there was no other man.
Exactly.
And his mom been lying to him from person to person to person.
Like she a whole liar. Like,
well, maybe she has her reasons, but at the end of the day, too, she took care of him.
She did not take care of him.
He wasn't foster. This boy's father, and you still over here talking about, I swear on my dead mom's grave, you're a liar.
She had her reasons.
She did not take care of him. This is why I told you to watch a documentary and you want IQ.
Yeah, she didn't take care of him neither. The grandma did or something like that. So
but maybe she had her reasons.
Can I
maybe she had her reasons. So I'm not gonna stay here and put her down like everybody else because she's saying that ain't your daddy. She had her reasons.
What?
Well,
Karina, we ain't taking that.
Can I tell you real quick?
Yes, Steve. Go ahead.
You can even say up to now, okay, I have my reasons, but yes, this is your father. But you still saying that she's still adamant and bet on saying this is not his father. When if they do that test 500 times and it comes out to be his father, she's still going to say that's not his father, which is not right. That's not cool.
So I think and just listening, and this is not in any way, shape, or form to bring on Karina or whatever, or to say anything to her, but I think I've run in similar situations where, from people come to seek therapy, counseling, and they think something is wrong with them or so forth, right? And these kind of situations come up. I think we need to listen to Karina, because there are many women who might not be able to say it as the way she's saying it. Maybe this is not applicable to her, but maybe I want to further question Karina why she feel it's important for Kirk Franklin's mother's reasoning for her not to accept that DNA to overshadow the fact that he has the right to his father. Why do you think that is the right thing to do? And how does it benefit Kirk Franklin in this context?
No. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but again, she may have had her traumatic reasons, but she's not going to go into it because at the end of the day, he's a child. So if he finds who his daddy is and he wants to build that connection, good for you. But you're not about to sit here and be questioning me, okay? She had her reasons, and let's keep it like
No, Karina, we refuse to keep it that way.
He has the right to know. What do you mean? He shouldn't sit there and question her. That's the problem. That's the problem because the moms think that they shouldn't answer. He's a child.
Born.
He's right. No, he has the right to know. He has the right to know.
He gave birth to him. That was his right there. He came out.
No, he has the right to know, especially if you would have watched a documentary, you would have seen that he said she made him think that somebody else was his dad. And he sat there on that man's deathbed as the person was about to die. And basically the guy's apologizing for not being present. And his mom knew very well that wasn't the father. This man was the father. So his mom is
I will not argue that every woman who make that decision have their reasons.
So she knew very well. Maybe she didn't know.
Or maybe she didn't know, whatever. But his mom, all the way around, the way he explained it, she's inconsistent.
Yeah. Can I just say something, Karina? I'm not going to sit here and say she did not have a reason. We all agree that women have different reasons for putting a child on somebody else. Yeah. But we're saying your reason, those women that have their reason, it is not up to you to put that child on anybody else. It's not. You and that person lie together and have that child. How dare her sit there, Karina, after he not find out? It's one thing for you to say, Kirk, you may have found out that this man is your father, but the things that he have done, he have not been like a father figure. I knew he wouldn't have been a good father to you, based on what he's done, or what I know of him, or how he's treated me or other women. So you can say that, Karina, but you cannot say that we can't question her by for saying it. We're going to question her. We're going to criticize her.
Can I ask
the DNA tests are right there, and she's still not acknowledging the fact that the DNA tests are there.
And I think my issue with it is almost like to say he's making like there's like a made up thing here that she never slept with this man. Because it's one thing to say me and this man never slept together, so something's wrong here. But if you slept with him one time, stays for the 2 minutes, it's a possibility that he is a goddamn father. What are that? You have sex with somebody for 7 minutes, you have sex with him for 1 minute. He the father. Why she don't want to acknowledge that she had relations with this man? That's the part that was driving me crazy.
Maybe she didn't think she did.
So have
you ever been? Hold on. Have you ever been to an event where you don't even know what happened to you?
So let me make this statement.
Really and that's what I'm saying. Like she probably has her reason.
Karina, right. She may have her reason, but the DNA test ready for her. She's still denying it.
Karina, and to all of us folks, this is a very good conversation, and I think again, I'm on the side of Karina here because I want us to think a little deeper out of this. The fact that we have established the fact here that the woman could be denied the reasons why, whether we know the reason or not. Here's the fact. The fact is there are some things on earth that can be validated, such as when you were born, you were either born a woman or a man to some extent, right? We know that. If you choose to go and say, I want to change my sexuality, I was a man and I want to take off my private part to make it a woman private part. That's a personal choice. It does not change the validation that you were born a man. That's not what it is. So we can mix that. So to my point that I want to make to Karina directly is, okay, let's agree that she didn't know, or she probably was not alert and oriented and maybe got involved with this man. Let's agree to that. I want to agree with you on that. But the fact that the DNA test is validating and proving this, can she at least agree with the DNA test?
But what, Steve? What if she doesn't believe that?
Two tests.
Wait,
You know what I put? You know what I put her? Then I put her either delusional, or she's a bona fide and certified liar. She got to choose. She can't have
She's either delusional or she's a pathological liar.
Exactly. It can be. And that's what we're trying to because we can't leave on the thing and say, oh, you know, why she don't believe that? Guess what? I don't believe that. I don't believe that I'm Steve. I believe that I'm Philip. Let's say it that way. I believe that I'm Karina. I don't believe I'm Steve. All these years they've been telling me I'm Steve. No, I'm not Steve. I'm Karina. When I start to do that, I'm not rational. It tells me that something is not right because everybody, it's like you telling people, say, well, I want some of you watch the guy on Dr. Phil a few days that said he's a cyber, whatever it is, a younger guy. He talks like a cyber. He acts like a cyber.
He's been created.
Let me tell you something. That guy is living in a delusional
Yes, he is.
fantasy that he wants to bring to reality. Now, and that's where the issue of hallucination, to the point that some people, it can lead to them killing themselves and killing other people.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say to you is, instead of bashing her, let's look at her mental state. Let's see where she is psychologically. Is she sick, right? There has to be some reasoning. But I'm not going to sit
You
here.
didn't start off by that. You didn't say that her mental state is not in a position to accept it.
Though. I'm not going to sit here and bash her. I'm not.
Karina, I think if you would have started by saying that we got to consider her mental state, so you just totally agreeing like she may not want to be, like no. Now you're saying let's consider her mental status because we're telling you that she may have some mental issues. If that was your first stand on it, then we will not be going back and forth.
Yeah, but that's like even bringing Kerry Washington's situation up. Kerry Washington just wrote her book and brought her story about that she was trying to do a 23andMe DNA test to know her roots and all of that stuff, to know where she's coming from. That's when her parents had to sit her down 5 years ago and tell her that her dad is not really her dad. The person that raised her is not really her dad. That that she was made by a sperm donor. Like they created her with a sperm donor and her mom. But they kept that story the entire time and was never going to tell her. But because now, who knew back in the day that they were come up with this 23andMe thing, that people were going to be searching their roots, is what made them come out and explain that story to her. But even in her situation, she's not claiming that, oh, I'm looking for my biological father. I want this person to be my father, this and this and that. No, for health reasons, for her children, all of those things, she will want to know where she comes from, but she's never looking at it to say is taking the place of this man who has always been the father, always been consistent in my life, took me whether I was his child or not. She doesn't have that mindset in her mind that she's doing that. Now she did say she doesn't know what will occur once she does finally see the person. If you don't know how you're going to react, if you will want that relationship, if you do this, but one thing she knows is that she would never, like you said, be ungrateful towards that other person that played the father figure in her role, in her life.
Yeah. I think let's give the person the option.
I think what Karina was saying applies in the situation of Kerry. So Kerry now saying, I'm going to go find my father 50 years later, after this man have raised her, did everything with her. Then that Karina's point would be valid. But when Karina is speaking on Kurt's mom, it's invalid because the test is showing it and you're still sitting there like, what is your reason? What is your reason that you were busy?
I'm right there with you, Sis Tudiger, because some things happen to you and you block it out and it becomes your reality. So I don't care what any kind of DNA say. That's my truth. That's my truth, and I'm going to stick to it.
But it's just that it's not fair to the child. The child deserves that, and it shouldn't be. I think we're all pushing that narrative that it shouldn't be about you. It should be about that child now.
Because now that a child is grown enough to know.
It's an adult now, deserves to know.
And you still sticking with your story because you have your reasons. That's like the mother saying, I had my reason, he was abusive to me. He would never be a father. He's not abusive to me.
And that's the problem.
He's willing to care for me. What's the fairness in that to give that child a choice? But he's not even a child now. He's a grown man who's just seeking some answers. That's all he wants. Perfectly as an established man. What is he need relationship with his dad? Like, come on, like, what is dad going to do for him? It's a closure he's looking for. So as a mother, you're not willing to give him that closure because you have your reasons from years ago. Yes, because that does not apply to your life right now. I'm just speculating.
Yes, because of that reason, whatever relationship you and your son have, you're gonna let it go. Because
so if somebody is willing to go that mile, y'all still gonna sit here and keep trying to like judge or put your 2 cents and extra stuff.
I
If
will.
you're willing to go that mile, if you're willing to go that mile, why do you think somebody be willing to go that mile?
So I think let me come in from a man's perspective. You know, in as much that in Kirk Franklin's case, he's blessed enough to live in an advanced country where at this age he can do DNA. How about the millions or the thousands or the hundreds of Liberians that have lived throughout their life in this lie that this person is the father, no DNA test to substantiate that, nothing to prove it. They've always believed that. Whereas maybe their biological father lived right next door to them.
You even know, sir.
And so that's that in itself is robbing someone from the actual truth. And we like to talk about talking the truth.
Yeah.
If we say you get mad because somebody cheated, well, somebody has the right to get mad because you hear the truth from them as well. You see what I'm saying? So my point I'm trying to make here is this is a sensitive issue. I see where Karen is coming from. I totally understand, but we have to get to the place where we'll be humans and say we can't just be stuck in our ways and say, well, I stick with my truth. That's my truth. Well, that's your truth. That's yes, but there are other facts that exist.
And I cannot mind helping Karina truth here today. Go ahead, Steve.
How about we look at it? But sadly speaking, and realistically speaking, these are some of the things we're faced with in our country.
Yeah. Yes.
It's very sad. It's very unfortunate. Mm-hmm. And some people don't even understand that these can be some of the issues that can stem anger within people. These are some of the things that can precipitate some of the behavior and the action and things that people do. You know, and again, these are things that we need to have these kind of conversations for our people to listen, for to educate them. If you feel some type of way, if you think that there is something strange about you wanting to know who your father, it's okay for you to ask your mother, but guess what?
Not in this Liberian community.
Not in this Liberian community. Do you believe that they turn it to be the most disrespectful thing if you even question your mother to ask her? Is the most disrespectful thing you can do.
If you want to go find your pa, go find him.
But how do I find my pa if you don't tell me?
If you don't tell me I was there, was I there with you?
Then keep living.
Yo, Karina, one little money. That no way the person will find out the truth unless they will
be y'all on this show, yeah. But most of y'all here listening, half of your pa and not your pa, but just keep it moving.
So who you talking to? That us, you want?
Half of your daddies ain't your daddies, okay? Okay.
Karina, you're becoming very popular and famous now. You're coming to be unpopular with some people. They will come after.
Wow. And I know when we speak about our people, I know there are certain situations, certain circumstances that people actually don't know, Steve. There's times that these women that they didn't calculate no period, they didn't know, like, so they're not coming from a place of, I know, but I just choose not to give it to the other person or whatever. Some people just don't know.
Yeah.
So it's overall it's a sad situation, but I think
there's a possibility between one or the other, though, don't you?
No, babe. What if it's like 5?
It can be damn.
Okay, let's just say, what if it's 5 and you just don't know?
Murray.
Wait a minute, Jennifer. Wait.
Not 5.
Jennifer,
Karina, we're talking about we come from poverty. Let's remember that. We're
Jennifer.
talking about I went to the Freeport to get money from John. Me and John eat something. I went. What is possible? You move from you go across.
Look at Steve's face.
Yeah, why you acting like it's not possible? Like why you acting like I don't know what I'm talking yet?
You want that time. But can I just say
Right.
something? DNA have proven there have been cases where the child have two different DNA.
This is something that happens in Africa all the time.
But we're not saying
But
one
we're not
day.
saying it's right. We're trying to talk on it because it's not right.
But it's because of poverty.
Well, that's what I said. Some people just don't know, Karina, while others know and seeing it with their chest and giving it to the other person.
They're in a situation. The boy not go find out. They must say you go or you come down. You go sideways, you come the other side. That means I your part. Hey, in this situation, you tell him now. I get what that test says, but here are my reasons.
And that's all I wanted.
And I think that's all he wanted. But
that's what he wanted. Even if she would have did it off camera, that's on them. But the woman kept saying she swore upon her dad's mother's grave.
Her mother in the grave rolling around right now.
Because her mind in the grave, so she can swear on her.
You know what?
With you.
Yeah, be acting like because.
Oh yeah, you know why? Yeah, that's what the thing about it. That is true because you'd be more scared to swear on the person not living.
Yeah, her mind's in the grave. Like, why are acting like the said something supposed to shake because she's swearing on her dead mother?
So I think
it means a lot when you mention your family.
I think as we're laughing and having these conversations, I think it's important. God has blessed us and given us the chance for us to be alive, especially being in America, whether educated or exposed or whatever it is, so that we can have the opportunity to have this conversation to erect the necessary church points. I don't think we should normalize these things or the position that Kirk Franklin mom is taking to make it look like it should be a normal thing.
And that's what I feel Karina is doing.
It should not be an acceptable thing because guess what? We don't know who that child. Here's the thing. We never know who's on this show or what life might take us. Yeah. Such as the people who are impacted by these kind of things end up with maybe our children, end up in our family or in our cycle.
Right.
Or, you never know. And so we don't want to normalize the kind of thing. What Craig Franklin mom's doing is despicable. It's unacceptable. He needs to come to terms with reality and accept the fact and allow this man to get to know his father. She will not die if she accepts this DNA result.
I don't, Steve. I don't even think she needs to allow because he's an adult. All she's doing is saying that she'd rather lose him since he's gonna get this relationship with this man. So she's just gonna walk away, which is ridiculous. But maybe she have a reason, like we said. We don't know what Mr. Rick did to her because he must have did something.
Yeah, but folks, you already know me. When I gotta run.
You gotta run to other obligations.
You gotta run to other obligations. Period.
Yes. No.
Thank you, Steve.
On tomorrow we do have a meeting. I'm the community leader here. We have a meeting at this time in Arizona, and we're on 2 different time zones. You guys are 3 hours ahead of me. 10 o'clock to you. They just said
I'm not 3 hours ahead of you. I'm 2.
You 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So all of you beating me in time here. I got to go there waiting for me for the meeting. I'm very sorry.
Go.
As always, I will join the conversation.
Hallelujah.
With you.
Always. It's always a pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, but Karina, losing up a little bit.
I'm quite loosened.
Steve, thank you again, bro.
Thank you.
Our brother, thank you.
We're gonna put brother conversation too. Don't
Somebody has been watching this show faithfully for this man, and I'm glad that he's bringing some people. Yeah, we're getting.
But no, I mean, we all are entitled to our opinion. That's what we got it. The thing called opinion.
The only situation that me can say somebody's crazy was the one about in our Liberian community where it was the devil. Other than that, this situation, I think it's unique.
Oh,
Wait.
so you
No,
are okay if the woman say it's the devil.
No, how I like. I think the situation itself is unique. So I just don't want to like get into it. I'm not gonna
so
bash.
you believe the story that in the community about the
Hmm?
devil? I'm just curious. You
That
What
one.
make
That
that?
was
Wait, I'm just confused. I'm confused now.
that was up front. That was up
What
front.
make that situation different? She was in denial of the DNA test, like this mother is. So why would you differentiate because she quote unquote said it was the devil? Huh?
No, because I don't know this woman. Kirk Franklin is
You
57
don't know
years
that
of
person that
age.
said it was the devil either.
No, baby, we all know her.
Okay, there you go, judging. But you might not judge Kirk Franklin, mom, but you're judging somebody.
This
who
situation is unique.
who
Well,
the
because
so
she know that person. You know what? I can't with her.
Got it. Oh, got it. I definitely got it now.
yeah, I don't know.
No, I do
So
not.
wait, I want to ask again. So are you saying that the possibility of the devil or some kind of demonic attack changed the DNA test? Is that what you're saying?
No, that's what the person said.
Oh, sis, I thought you agreed with this thing. Because I'm about to clap. I'm
No,
about to
Somebody
she's
say,
said
smiling. So I know she's not
no.
agreeing.
He
She's smiling.
said that is crazy for the
Look,
person to
y'all,
say
y'all
that.
making people
"Girl,
confused.
This lady
honey,
didn't say it was
Barbie,
the
I'm
devil.
sorry, y'all.
Hey,
Y'all
Bobby,
sorry.
I asked
Hold on.
Karina to
This lady
explain.
didn't say it was the devil. She just chose not to go into it. She didn't
No,
blame
no.
anybody.
She choose not to go into it. No. She said it is wrong. She did not say we're not going to go by that test. She said the test is wrong.
Right. So,
Okay. That's a delusional
but
thing. You know, somebody thinking like it's the
she
devil.
didn't blame anybody. She didn't blame anybody, and that's
Yes,
why.
she said it was an attack. It was a spiritual attack. Somebody changed it. No, honey, Barbie, it's somebody in the community that happened to. They say DNA thing.
Karina, the woman is as delusional as the devil person. You cannot
Yeah, what
differentiate the
makes
two.
it different?
Really, sister girl?
That woman in how is deeper than that.
Because I didn't put it on the devil. So now you're gonna judge me.
It's deeper than that.
Okay.
All right.
And we'll go back to this. Like we said, the reason why this is permanent around in our community is because of that reason. Because every woman has a reason to say you are not the father. Why you go, oh, you kind of, you're not a part. I'm not putting my child on that man. Every person, Karina, or anybody else, have their reason. We're saying your reason is wrong. That child deserves to know and let that child make their decision.
Honey, can you explain which part of the
No,
documentary
I
you
think
wanted
she's
for
saying
us to?
beginning to end.
Yeah, so all right. So from the beginning, Kirk goes into detail and he explains about his life story about when he was younger and how he was raised. In it was like a family friend, close family friend, however, that took him in, like an aunt that took him in, that raised him. His mom was never stable enough to raise him. So he was raised in that environment. And he saw his mom once in a while, but she was never stable enough in his life. And as he did get older and inquired, as every child will want to inquire who their father is, his mom could never give him a straight answer. As you kind of saw in the clip, he explained that she said, "Is this person? Was that person? Was this person or that person?" And like I said, the last person he thought was his dad was somebody that already passed, and the person died thinking that he did not do right by Kirk by not being present in his life and was apologizing on his deathbed while he was not the father. So the root of the story is that his mom has not been stable, but he still has been trying to have that relationship with his mom. But she's inconsistent as a mother, and she's inconsistent in her truth.
And I
It
really
makes
think
sense.
for the people that are watching, honestly, I think you guys should definitely check out that.
And it's not long. It's on YouTube. It's like
Yeah,
30.
I
It's
feel
like
like
35. It's like 35
yeah.
minutes. And the reason why they even give the backstory to it, the reason why it even came out about this guy, is not like this guy knew about Kirk. He did not know about Kirk. It just so happened that
A funeral, right?
yes, a family member passed away, and they went to the funeral, and he saw the mom there. And he just generally said to people, "Oh, I used to date her back in the day." And you know, when you say that, people look at him like, "Wait a minute." He do kind of favor Kirk a little bit. So that's how the story started going around, the rumors. So as he heard the rumors, he took it upon himself and gave his DNA sample to one of Kirk's close friends and said if he wants to take this sample and do whatever he wants to do with it, that's on him to figure it out for himself. And that's how it came about. But all this time he's been living right in the neighborhood, right around there. He said he didn't even know she was pregnant. He didn't know about it. He never knew.
Child, y'all know if this man knew any possibility that
Kirk Franklin, and he's where he is, who are not made himself known some way, somehow.
Exactly.
I don't think that's the point. That's the point. You don't get
Karina,
up.
he would have
Hold
said,
on. I'm not saying he wouldn't have raised hell for his child and all of that. What I'm saying is I never got up in my life to be like, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna have a child, and I'm gonna be unstable in the child's life. Nobody ever thinks like that. Something hasn't happened to you for you to make certain decisions, for you to block out certain things. So for me, I'm choosing to say that her situation is unique to her. Until she gets to a place where she wants to deal with it, that's okay. But I'm not gonna sit here and put her down for something I don't know what exactly happened to her for her to be unstable, because we don't grow up thinking, yes, I'm gonna have a kid, or I'm gonna be unstable in that kid's life, or I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that, I'm gonna be a drug user, I'm gonna be an addict. Something happens in your life. It's called experience.
I don't think any of those
Karina,
have to do
what
with
you're
the fact.
saying, nobody on here is arguing with you. But it's the fact that you're saying that a DNA test that have proven that this man is the father should just be something happy. So now I'm not going to accept it.
Yes, that's what
We're
we're saying.
saying no. You may have your reason.
Okay, so she doesn't have to say those reasons, Hala.
I don't think she has to give reasons. I think she could just say yes. I guess what the DNA test is saying, that's the dad.
That's her reason.
She blacked it out. She blacked it out. No, that is not your father. Point blank. Period. Boom. I'm moving on.
That's why she's unstable. That's why she's delusional. That's why she's unstable.
Okay.
That's why people will label her, because she is displaying a psychological behavior. Person that is in denial, person that is delusional. So therefore, I don't care what her reasons are. We are going to label her like we do with other people on this platform when they do such a thing. So she's no different than anybody else who have come here. The one that send our children out there on the street in Liberia that we criticize all the time because they're sending little babies to sell. Babies are getting raped. They are no different. They make bad decisions. So therefore, we are going to criticize them because we do that on here. Because we talk about it, because at the end of the day, it's not just about them. There's a child involved that been molested. There's a child involved now that don't have a father or that have been lied to his entire life. It's not just about her. She can block it out all day. It is not just about her, Karina.
That's okay. That's okay.
And I think if we were speaking about a 5-year-old Hawa, to say she's trying to protect.
Thank you.
Different.
It's a whole 53-year-old grown man.
53-year-old. That's why I strongly disagree with Karina.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's how you feel. That's your opinion.
So I'm saying that you cannot say we're gonna sit here and just we do that. We do that to a mother that sending our little babies out in the streets.
I said Karina is not going to bash her because that's what Karina feels. Okay.
Yes, that's fine.
And I said, however you feel, that's okay.
Yes.
Yep. But at the end of the day, let's just be clear.
That we have in our country right now. Because thinking like the way Karina is thinking.
And this is what we have this discussion, because if that was everybody's mindset, at the end of the day, everybody have their reasons. Nobody's going to sit here and say that woman don't have a reason. I think we all have agreed that he would have, maybe he was an abuser, he was whatever he was doing to her. We all agree. What we're saying now that it's come out and she's still doing that, just like the one I said that there was change the test, they're crazy. But anyway, the devil didn't change the test. The test is what it is.
I like delusional. I don't know why I don't like crazy. I like delusional.
She knows her truth. It's not just about her. Georgette Cully, it is not just about her. We got to remember when we're making these decisions in our lives, it's not just about us. If you're making a decision for a baby, I get it. You're still raising a child. You're making a decision for a grown man now. That's the difference.
Yeah.
It's not just her truth. He's seeking his truth as well. And as a mother, she deserves to be honest with him. I don't care what her truths are. Like, that's it. That's how I believe.
Yes.
And I believe majority of the people believe that.
I say the one good thing that came out of it was from this situation, he grew a closer relationship with his son that he's been on the outs with. I don't know if y'all knew about that in the news where his son had recorded him when he cussed his son out, his oldest son. And I think his oldest son has a few mental issues as well. And he like cussed him out and people were like upset because it's Kirk Franklin. He's in the gospel. Why is he talking that way? Da, 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 da. Until we found out, some of us found out the full story of the reason why he was talking to his son like that. So through this situation, his biological father is building a relationship with that son. And that is helping with that.
No, but honey Barbie, at the end of the day, it's not so much personal, but it can be emotional because we each have our own emotions towards the topic. And I believe that for us to be authentic, that has to show. So we need to speak on these things because we don't shy away from other topics on here. Even if our emotions are in it, we will speak on it. So that's where we are coming from when we come for this. I don't think anybody have anything personal. Me, I know my part. Thank God.
I know mine.
Like we all know our part in here. So, but it's just
There's
like
a couple of them.
you
just
so
saying.
you know what? I steal your ass. But I'm just saying to you that we
blame it on the cupcake.
because remember
No,
the
this is
controversial
actually a
ones we have
different
to
one.
be. We have to be. And when I talk about the people, the children in Liberia, and we do that on here a lot. We've been criticized.
Yeah.
About the fact that we come on here, we bash Liberia, right? Or we talk about these mothers that are struggling in Liberia. Their reasons for sending their 5-year-old or 6-year-old to sell because they're struggling. They have their reasons. Okay, but we still come on here, we talk about it. So it is no different. She get on your nerves, that's her place.
I don't want that.
That's her place. She get on all our nerves, but it's all right. We love her.
You know how to get on nerves.
Yo,
he's seeking all that missing. I know. I think you know how people go through their midlife crisis. You want to find out everything about their life and everything. I think that's the journey.
And the truth is, you're not gonna know everything about your life.
I know, but people think they are.
You're not.
Like even, but you know what I will say about Curry's situation. I can't wait to watch it. Is that I like how she handled it.
Mm-hmm. She wrote a book to make money. That's a good thing.
I like how she handled it. She said, "I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the fact that you know, because if you follow Kerry Washington, if you have followed her, she loves her dad. She show off her dad more than she show off her mom. So this is somebody who's got a great relationship with someone that they're not even biologically their father, but she never knew this information. So what she did, my sister, she married an African man. So that man said, "Mom, sit down somewhere."
I thought he was white.
No, that boy is black. Black boy.
What her last name? He's
Nigerian. So what she explained?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, y'all. I had seen her take a picture with a white man. So I
that's President Fritz. Like, that's don't do that. That's scandal. That's scandal. That's
married woman. As a married woman, the only affair I ever care about on TV.
You ever agree on? That's scandal. Leave it alone.
Not wrong. That's the devil right there. Y'all
that's
wrong.
The devil, man.
Yes.
Wait, we're all for that affair. That affair was.
Oh my God, the chemistry, Lord Jesus.
Yeah, see,
that's
around right there.
But you see, Carrie is talking about her dad in a. If you watch a Breakfast Club interview, she explains the reason why she put that more public versus because people like, oh, she don't show her husband like that. She don't. I don't think I've ever seen what Carrie kids look like either. So the only reason you still know that's her husband because we just know, but two of them don't. They're not like that. They don't post each other like that on social media. They're very private about themselves. She said, but she's never been private when it comes to her parents. Her parents go to everything with her. She talks about everything about her parents. Her parents are always in the public eye. So in this situation, she felt like, okay, then I can put this one out too because I talk about everything else when it comes to y'all versus with her husband and her kids. She don't do that.
Yeah. And she definitely loved her dad. Love her dad so much.
Yes, and she says it, and I love that she emphasized that. And she said she even found it to be more of an unconditional love because you knew that I did not come from you, and you
Yeah.
still loved me regardless, and never made me feel any different.
See, that's that good
See,
vibe. Good job, Curry.
but that's
Carrie.
different though because he was in on it, Vanessa, from the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah,
So I don't think that's unconditional because there's people that have no idea, and that's the reason
yeah,
why.
Well, maybe he couldn't have kids, Jennifer.
yeah.
Yeah,
He probably
yeah,
couldn't. Or there's ones that do have idea, but the mom still blocked them because I don't like that man. The whatever he did to me in the relationship, you're not gonna be like you not you. I'm blocking you from my kid.
right, right.
Is that such a bad thing, Vanessa?
No, because what it got to do with you? Like I said, that person can be the worst significant other, but that will not mean that he's not going to be a great father.
Yeah.
Vanessa, if the person taking care of you, is that such a bad thing?
Who taking care of you?
If the other man taking
No,
care
but
of
if there
you,
is no other man and you still blocking, that's what I'm saying.
Serena, if the other man got money here, you want you want to get at me and my family people? You'll be my pop.
Yes,
You be my
yes.
pop, daddy. That person is my
yeah,
pop.
he's gonna
Do
be
that.
everybody's
I think
daddy.
you should watch it. I think you should definitely watch it.
Karina, let me just say this. The other man will be my pa. The DNA test man will be my pa. They will all be my father.
As that, see, now you're catching on.
You're so foolish. No, I will not catch on to your
They're
ridiculousness.
all my daddies. I love them all equally.
No, I would love
That's
you
like
equally.
saying you love all the uncles your mom not introduced you to.
You
Cut
know
it
how
out.
many uncles we have had?
You know what? It's time to get out the show.
Cut it
Thank
out.
you guys, to
Cut
our
it out.
co-host, to our amazing co-host.
I mean, I can tell you what I did to the others.
Thank you guys so much for joining the conversation,
Sorry.
for stating your opinions, your beliefs, for putting your 2 cents in. We love it because it will just be 4 friends over here busting it up without you guys. But thank you guys for tuning in. Please make sure to come back next Friday, 8 p.m. live.
Wait, is next Friday our sexual truth?
Yeah, it's
They're,
been a
they
minute.
they are a little tense. They need a little sexual truth.
It's going to the first. It's going to the first of the month. So that's it.
Yeah, it is our sexual truth Friday. Y'all come on, let's talk about sex and spices
You
up
can
here.
release some tension.
Yeah. Y'all know
been
what
a
people can say.
while.
When people are stuck up, they be like, that person just need to go get it in.
Then she be
Yeah.
all right. He be all right.
Release some
Well,
stress. So
Honey Barbie, thank you for joining us.
Thank
yeah,
you. Thank
and my
you.
good sis, my
Thank you,
SIL,
Tiffany.
my sister-in-law,
Yes.
my Sergeant Cully. Hey, thank
Yes,
you,
yes,
sis.
thank you. And to our real co-host that is part of the show,
Steve.
Mr. Moses. Steve, thank you so much.
We appreciate you. Y'all have a great weekend and we'll see y'all next Friday. Bye.
You like
Bye.
topics?
Do you like to talk about religion?
Do you like to talk about sex? Do you like trending topics?
Then join us live
On our weekly podcast and follow us on our various social media platforms
Under
Raw Conversations.